Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God. Last time I checked. What can I do you for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America.
Okay, well, tell us a little bit about, this is your first starring. I mean, you've been in a couple movies, but this is your first lead role. How did it come about? How did you get the script?
Spike Lee. I got a text from Spike Lee saying, call me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't hear from Spike Lee like that, like ever. So, like, I mean, our families know each other, but I don't know him like that. So I called him, and he talks about this book. He's got a book, and he wanted to send it to me. He did. I read it and talked to him the next day, and said I was just blown away by it. I couldn't believe this is real. This really happened. Do we have the what is this? And he basically said, yeah, you like it? I was like, yeah, I love it. Bet. Hung up. So that's kind of how I got involved, and it started we started the journey together with that phone call.
So we had Spike on a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, talking about school days, the 30th anniversary of school days, and he talked about this. And he talked about one of the funny things. He talked about all the people who made their movie debut in his films, and you are one. And a lot of people don't know this, but you played in Malcolm X. You were in Malcolm X, yeah.
Right, that's
remember your line?
I'm Malcolm X.
I'm Malcolm X.
Boy, I worked all night on it. I'm just kidding. I had 7 takes at it. I was so anxious and excited to do it. And yeah, he gave me my first opportunity, my first shot.
Did you come from an acting family? Your mother's an actress. We were talking about that. Your mother's been in a couple plays here in Atlanta that we've seen. Your father's an actor. Did you think that acting would be your role? I mean, you played football. You're obviously an All-American football player. Professional football player, but what did you think your path would be?
Yeah, I've been wanting to do this since I can remember. I saw my father do Shakespeare in the Park when I was 5 years old. I was aware of my mother's, back obviously her work before she really sacrificed it for us though, and took a step back from my father. But she'd been taking me to movies since I was an infant. She said, and I never would cry. Like she'd always take me to the movies. So I love what I'm doing now.
There's never been a black cop in this city. We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Tell us a little bit about what this movie is about, and how it kind of relates to what's going on today. And the ending of it is powerful, but we don't want to spoil it. But just how relevant this movie is now.
Well, I mean, specifically, it's about a man who is a detective. First African American police officer detective in Colorado Springs in the 70s. I mean, that in itself is as an achievement of the highest measure. You know what I mean? I mean, the Jackie Robinson of police officer. So there's that part. There's the sting operation he had on the Ku Klux Klan. The fact that he was able to prevent any kind of violent or terrorist activities from the Klan, and that's in his jurisdiction during the whole investigation is quite an accomplishment. I also believe that there was men and women in the department that were white that supported him and supported this case, that totally had his back and gave him all the resources necessary to complete the mission. So it's about a community of people really that supported this man to take down hatred and infiltrate hate. You know what I mean? And so I think that's a big takeaway from it. It's about there's the social commentary of people's beliefs in this country and how divided we are. That's all there, but there's deeper levels to it too. There's also a humanity part. There's people that are just sometimes hatred is fueled through insecurity. You know what I mean, and not necessarily having pride in knowing who they are. So they turn to hate, and it becomes a practice. It becomes sort of routine, and then becomes systemic. And that's the dangerous part, and it's passed on through generations, as you see in this film. It is a period piece, but it's a very contemporary feel to it, the rhythm of it all.
So when Spike sent you the book and you read the book, you said you called him back the next day. Could you believe. I mean, and I talked to Ron yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
and I'll talk to you about that.
He's
But could
intense,
you?
ain't he?
Yeah, he's very intense. But could you believe? I mean, I know it's a true story and it's a memoir, but it's kind of I wouldn't say improbable, but it's.
Well, that I did have to check. I checked back in with Spike. Like this is. Then I did some research. I looked at some of his interviews online and like, yeah, I guess he's been trying to tell people about this for a while. But again, here we are. We have the book. He showed us. You know what brought it all home too is when he showed us. When he showed us the Ku Klux Klan card, the membership card. Did he show you? Did he bring it?
No, I talked to him on the phone.
Oh my goodness, that really brought it home. I mean, and some of the pictures that are in the book too, like of his partner with the t-shirts and all that. I was like, my God. I mean, I guess you can't make this stuff up. You know, some people like, you know, if they just saw the trailer or didn't even see the trailer, heard about it, they're just ripping off of Dave Chappelle's skit. But no, this is history.
As your acting career has progressed, is this the kind of movie that you were looking to get, or what kind of stuff are you?
I mean, obviously, I would love to. I mean, my goodness, I didn't know stories out there existed like this. But yeah, I'm in the storytelling business. I want to be able to share things that ring true to me, but also that people are going through. I mean, I'm in such a privileged position to have this job. It's the best job in the world. That's why I don't understand why people can complain when they're employed working.